It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal by my side. Not too long from now, the regular season will be coming to a close. But there are still some very heated battles going on for playoff position. And tonight it'll be Philadelphia going up against Brooklyn. Looking at the Nets, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And coming down the home stretch here, Kenny, for the teams that have already locked up playoff spots, what's more important, home court advantage or well-rested players?
Ooh, I would say well-rested players, because that helps the momentum and it helps you fine-tune some of the issues that you might have had before in the playoffs.
Well, younger teams, they really gain confidence from the home court. Sleeping in their beds, eating their foods, hanging with their girlfriends, wives, whatever. Veteran teams, I think they benefit from rest, especially on the back-to-backs.
Yeah, that's about all the time we have. Tip-off approaches. We'll see you later.
Exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Last outing for Brooklyn, they won that game against Toronto, and that one really went the distance. They finally took it in double OT.
Yeah, I mean, nobody saw that game going to overtime, much less double overtime, and then also to get the victory. Wow.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. So the next starting five, we've got Booker. He's out there with Zeller. Staying out there with Russell. And it's Kilpatrick in for two.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
You know, Greg, what a luxury to have a guy with size who can make that shot.
Hit by Zeller. Here's Russell. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
You see where the size of Russell is such an advantage, especially in that painted area.
Simmons against Russell. And Saric kicks to Simmons. For three. No shot off that time. Nice D from Dan.
Well, guys, you think back to 2013 when the Nets pushed all their chips in for a title. When that collapsed, they had to embrace Plan B. So what do? They go into the Spurs organization, hire from that brain trust, and now are trying to build from the ground up.
Philadelphia with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Redick inside the line. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. 76ers on defense. And the new Nets leadership now thinking long-term.
Right, Kev. I think that this is a team, an organization that wants high-character individuals. They're using words like consistency and sustainability. If you want the model, it's the Spurs' 2-decade playoff run. That's the goal for the Brooklyn Nets.
Now here's Simmons. 26 points for him last game against New York.
I thought his his physicality was crucial too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes even when he got to the free throw line.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
It just opens the court up so much more, and you like to see him get into a rhythm from beyond the arc.
Zeller against Embiid. A nice shot by Zeller.
That makes any coach happy. You don't force a tough shot, but you get a quality look from close range. Nice.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
That's right, Kevin. Now you see where the game changes from where it used to be. He said tonight they've got to get back. If that means giving up offensive rebounds, so be it. He thinks good transition defense is the biggest difference in their chance at winning. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Kilpatrick after Ben Simmons' bucket. Kilpatrick passes to Russell. Booker is screen on Simmons. Russell with it. Now guarded by Simmons and stolen by Simmons. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played, and he drops him away up off the glass. Simmons got his second bucket tonight, and that's trailed by 5. Here is Russell in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. And there's the pass to Kilpatrick. Off target from outside. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's Embiid. Philadelphia shooting their first shots of the night from a charity strike. At the line for 2.
Gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Nets trail by 6. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Booker outside. Dang dishes to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Booker with the screen for Russell. Drills it from outside. Russell's got 5 now.
Yeah, and we're going to be watching this for the next decade or more. Russell savage from deep.
And Embiid the screen. And Reddick kicks to Covington. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Their turnaround jumper. And there's Sharp on the assist from Reddick. Sharp has got his second basket of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Russell kicks to Dang. Booker is screen on Covington. Dang attacking. The dish to Booker. Russell with it. Now guarded by Simmons. From deep three-point range. No good there. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the road.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens up the floor, right? The other team had zero answer for their outside shooting in that one.
Here is Russell after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Hit by Zeller. Back to Russell. Pass to Kilpatrick. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. A beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Covington. He had 10 points in the win against New York. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Nets trail by 5. Here's Kilpatrick. And he also played really well in that win against the Raptors. That one goes. Count it.
And great play call. Just so often an initiator. Russell can also catch and fire.
Sharge outside. Jacks up a three. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his fourth assist in this one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 7. Passes it to Kilpatrick. Hit by Zeller. Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Embiid. And that one's good. Russell. With more floor spacing becoming so important, we now see guys launching from well beyond the arc. Doris, from what you've observed, you've seen a lot of basketball over your years. Which shooters in the league right now have the best deep range night to night in the league?
Well, we've seen Steph Curry make shots from the tunnel in Oracle Arena, so I'd say he's literally from the tunnel in his pregame routine. Steph Curry obviously is the guy who, as soon as he steps across that court, you've got to check him or he might let loose. Klay Thompson, his ability to rise and fire, he might be more of a fireball in a short span than any player in the league. Kyle Korver, Damian Lillard. Think Damian Lillard out in Portland. The extraordinary job he does scoring the basketball. Great productivity on the arc. Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
With a completely new group now. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Look at the machine. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And of course, prime time.
Either of these two guys force defenders to come out well past that three-point line, and that really opens the floor up for their entire offense.
Wow, fantastic to see Hollis Jefferson hit it twice on the pipes, extends out and sends it back.
Back to Lynn. Pick by Zeller. Off the pick. Lynn's shot is off.
My goodness, get right in his grill and force him to alter the shot. That's tough defense in the post.
Back to McConnell. Pass to the body. Puts it up. The 76ers with another miss.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Here's Lynn. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Nets.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Crab from long range. And the Nets, another three.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's prime time. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Pass to McConnell. Here's Pettis one. Nice take there to create the shot, but it's no good. Outside, Lynn. The feed to Craig. Back to Lynn. Dishes it to Zeller. Knocks it loose. Here's prime time. Hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Batiswall. Oh!
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Now here's Cram. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Well, I like the synergy, right? The ball is moving well, and they're seeing that hard work pay off.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Good from Kraft. Doris with defensive rules now allowing teams to play a sort of soft zone. Does that make it easier to hide bad defensive players on your team?
Well, it certainly gives you one avenue. I don't think you can play zone in the NBA for any extended periods because the coaching is too good and the skill level of the players would destroy a zone if you gave a steady diet of it. I do believe, however, that hiding a defensive weakness comes down to personnel. How many can you hide on one particular floor? Somebody's going to get exposed somewhere if there's too many.
No doubt.
One shot.
Brooklyn trailing. Now here's Lynn. He's coming off a 19-point game against Toronto. Over to the left wing. Here's LeVert off the screen. That shot off the mark.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. That even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
The bodyguard passes to the machine. Here's Battis one. He's covered by Zeller. Lock at 6. Brooklyn with the rebound. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Luwalu's checked in. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Pick by Zeller. Shoot from the right block. Crab, no good. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And stolen by Crab. Here's Lynn. And the Nets miss again.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Pass to the body. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for prime time. He's averaging about 19 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, this is exactly who he is. A flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? right? I mean, every time he's got to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Here's Bettis one. His last outing with 20 points. Passes it to the machine. 76ers moving the ball around. He had a nice open look right there. The bodyguard's got 5 points so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
There's the screen. Here's the floater. Rebound by the 76ers.
Boy, that's high impact defense in the lane. Standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. 76ers ahead as they end the first quarter with a 13-3 run. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
Nets trail by 9. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Addis one out there with Luwawu. Then it's the bodyguard. And there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's the machine in at the 5. And he's good on the 3 ball. LeVert's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Nets.
Well, you cannot allow Paris LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Here's the machine. And that one goes long. Brooklyn's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. They set the pick. Here's Crabbe. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
The bodyguard passes to Battiston. Here's the machine. Goes up on the high post. He gets it in there. The machine's got his first points of the game.
The defense getting a little lazy there. You can't give him those shots. He'll make you pay every time.
Now Lynn. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Now kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And now Philadelphia on the break. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
What's up?
Doris, you were born in New York, became the first female analyst to ever call a Knicks game. Talk about the emotions that night, having traveled that incredible journey.
You know, Kev, it was both magical and nerve-wracking. You know, I grew up a Knicks fan when there was a healthy Bernard King, and the league had absolutely nothing for him when he was doing work on the low post. QB Brown was an idol of mine. But it was also nerve-wracking to be the first woman to sit in Clyde Frazier's seat. It was sort of awe-inspiring and a ton of fun.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And it's Dang in the corner. They need this. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Well, Dang, no good on the free throw.
I think, you look back on some of the point guards who have become head coaches in the NBA. Kenny Atkinson of the Nets, one of those guys, led the University of Richmond to the Sweet 16 back in 1988.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. The 76ers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good. Nets trail by 13. Here's LeVert. He had 16 points in the win against Toronto. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Outside, Russell to the inside. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Well, such strength by Trevor Booker, not afraid to take it right at the defense. There's no doubting over the last season or so, Trevor Booker has shown he can be a starting caliber power forward in this league. This guy's tough inside. He can make threes. Look out. One shot on the lane.
Free throw, good, Booker. And the knock on Trevor Booker, Doris, is that at 6'8", he's considered undersized at that power forward position.
Well, Kev, thanks to the success of someone like Draymond Green, I think teams these days are more focused on skill at the four than size. And now that Booker has expanded his range, he's certainly a guy who increasingly fits in the way the game is played.
And the first time out called of the game for Brooklyn.
You can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
Changes for Philadelphia. Robert Covington comes in for the bodyguard. And it's Ben Simmons in for baddest one. There's a good screen. Here's Kilpatrick. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Kilpatrick's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn. That's to Luwawu. kicks it to Johnson. Here's Llewellyn. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. 6 to shoot. Here's Holmes. A rebound by the Nets. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks and start a 3-game homestand with that game. Simmons against Russell. The kick out to Dang. Oh, good on the 3. The 76ers leading by 9. Simmons passes to Llewellyn. Johnson the screen. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
There's the pick. Dang goes in, shoots over Holmes, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Dang's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Took him no time at all on that one. And the 76ers lead by 11.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Booker is screen on Simmons. Russell with it. 13 points in the game. And the basket by Kilpatrick.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Philadelphia's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And Simmons kicks to Holmes. Feeds it to Simmons. Back to Covington. Johnson the screen. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on D'Angelo Russell. The 76ers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And they've had some really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Covington.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Kilpatrick passes to Dang. Here's LeVert. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
Here's Simmons. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
You guys, you really can't say enough about Simmons. Bouncing off defenders like it's nothing on his way to the basket.
Screened by Russell. Here's LeVert. Good. A nice assist from Booker. LeVert's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Simmons dishes to Johnson. Outside for Simmons. Johnson the screen. Tries again. And that one is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And here is Dang. A 14-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
You know, really found his stroke here in the 2nd quarter after missing everything in the 1st.
Pass to Llewellyn. Holmes has a screen, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
For Philadelphia, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Primetime comes in for Rashawn Holmes. J.J. Redick's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons.
Find the lane. Find the lane. Yes, shot.
Here is Russell. 13 points in the game. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
His first shot coming late. Booker pulls it in. Nets trail by 8. Here's LeVert. He has 6. He feeds it to Russell. The pass to Kilpatrick. Shot clock at 6. Goes up off the pick. It's deflected. Passes it to Primetime. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Booker a screen on Reddick. Kicks it to Dang. Launches it. And it's LeVert missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Kilpatrick passes to Russell. Here's LeVert. He's covered by McConnell. Here's the screen. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from LeVert.
Well, Karis LeVert can fill it up from anywhere, but this guy is a terrific mid-range scorer.
Pass to Primetime. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Primetime's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Russell passes to LeVert. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Down the first one.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
McConnell gets to Embiid. Now the pass to Primetime. Misses in close. Nets trail by 8.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
And the call will be against Primetime. That is his first foul of the game. The Machines checked in for Philadelphia. Machine. 76ers on defense. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Greg, what separates Hollis Jefferson, you think, as an NBA defender?
Physicality, quickness to go along with anticipation. I mean, with his pressure D, he's able to suffocate perimeter players and rack up steals. And don't forget versatility. He's a guy that can guard multiple positions, and that's a huge asset for any team. In a moment now to see some numbers for the Machine. First in three-point field goal percentage. Second in field goal percentage. And he's among the most consistent free throw shooters in the league, presently ranked third by percentage.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters. And that one falls for Lynn.
Well, Kevin, how about the Harvard grad, Jeremy Lin? How far has this guy come from nearly out of the NBA at one point to viable NBA starter? Incredible.
Both free throws good from Lin. 1:53 left to play in the first half. McConnell passes to Embiid. Fires it up. Here's the Machine. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Baddest one's checked in for J.J. Redick. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:36 left to play here in the half. Now here's Lynn. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of talent. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
And it's Zeller atop the key. They set the pick. Pick by Zeller. Tried to shoot. Crab kicks to Lynn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The 76ers leading by 10. Pass it to Primetime. Here's Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Crab. Tries from 10. Chalk up 2 there. Crab's got 10 points in the game.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
Now McConnell. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Knicks in New York.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And so it's Philadelphia going into the break with a 10-point lead. They dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at Philadelphia, and big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Nets trail by 10. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Tyler Zeller hang out there with Trevor Booker. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. The dish to Zeller. There's Russell with the 3. Kilpatrick, good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
Man, you love how Russell keeps his eyes up. Rarely misses a guy when he's free.
Covington, a screen on Russell. Sharge outside. Off the pick. Embiid in the corner. The 3-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him. Russell with it. Zeller setting the pick for Russell, and there's the feed to Dang. Booker is screen on Covington. Dang kicks to Zeller. Over Sharich. Shot clock at 6. Shot by Zeller, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Simmons dishes to Sharich. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the 76ers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And of course the Nets. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And right now for Brooklyn, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, the people who said they hadn't done enough in the offseason to improve this team were exactly right. They never put the foundation of winning in place. Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
Embiid the screen. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul. For Philadelphia, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the first one dropped.
A star breaking, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And give them credit for the work they've done
at the line. Nothing new. They're always impressive in terms of free throw shooting, but still worth mentioning.
Outside Dang. And the rejection by Embiid.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Kilpatrick.
And even with the height disadvantage, he finds a way to convert.
Boy, you got to appreciate how confident he was in that instance. He doesn't allow the taller defender to stop him. He's saying, I'll take you on right now.
Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Russell passes to Deck. Zeller setting the pick for Dane. Back to Russell. Hooker with the screen for Russell. Shoots over Covington. Here's Zeller, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Zeller's got his third basket of the night right there. And Simmons kicks to Covington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here. And he knocks down the first one. The 76ers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And here's Russell. He's got 13. Zeller, a screen on Johnson. Dang with the buckets.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside, Reddick. From downtown. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
And J.J. Reddick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Here's Simmons. And it's Russell with the rebound. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Kilpatrick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. George grabs the board. George has got his third rebound tonight. Hey, Greg, with Reddick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Reddick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Covington inside the line. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Nets trail by 8. Russell dishes to Booker. Back to Russell. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Zeller. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist here tonight. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Johnson sends the screen for Reddick. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Dang. And the shot is long.
That's a difficult shot, and if he could do it again, I think he definitely would pass it off there.
Simmons inside the line. Not wasting any time in taking the shot and knocking it down.
And the variety that Simmons offers on offense is huge. It's pretty much pick your poison with him.
On the wing, Dang. Covered by Sharch. Dang, double team. Simmons passes to Sharch. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Russell. 13 points in the game. Dishes to Dang. Booker with the screen for Dang. Terrific design of a big play. He lays it in. Dang's got 14 points.
Well, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And if you're sensing a concern, best thing you can do is call timeout.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. You've got to get this game under control. I think he sees some adjustments he can make.
The 76ers will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sharch. The bodyguard comes in for Robert Covington. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Banniswan subbed in for Simmons. Then for the Nets, Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Zeller. Alan Crabb comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Jeremy Lin in for D'Angelo Russell. From outside the arc, hits it from three-point range. And it's 13 points for Banniswan.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
They swipe it. Here's Luwawu. 5 points in the game. Here's Johnson. That's short off the rim.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Booker with the screen for Lin. 6 to shoot. That one good for 2.
You have to enjoy watching Jeremy Lin work the pick and roll. This guy totally loses the defense with his quick decision-making.
Here's Luwawu. Here's Banniswan. They grab their own miss. Johnson kicks to Holmes. The pass to Banniswan. Holmes has a screen. Banniswan passes to the body. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his third foul of the game. The first check in for the Nets. Nets trail by 7. Back to Crabb. He kicks to Lin. There's a screen. No good on the shot. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Holmes. It's blocked. Here's LeVert. He's got 13. Nailed from three-point land. LeVert's got 16.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
Holmes good.
And this is where it can get a little personal.
You gotta love seeing this though, right? Your turn, my turn. They're going at each other.
The Nets working the ball around now. Powered down as the whistle blows. A three-point play chance.
You call that power basketball by Hollis Jefferson. He's willing to go right through the foul. So Rondé Hollis Jefferson, the 23rd pick out of Arizona back in 2015. You know, it's interesting. He's drawn a lot of comparisons to another Wildcat alum, and that's Andre Iguodala.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. The Machines check in for Johnson. Primetime comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Luau. And you look at Hollis Jefferson and Iguodala, a ton of similarities people feel. Both 6'7", both long and athletic, terrific defenders.
And also, Kev, both are very good ball handlers and solid passers. Think about Iguodala improving his shooting over his career. Let's see if Rondé can do the same.
Offensive rebound. The Machine passes to McConnell. Another three for Philadelphia.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Passes to Hollis Jefferson. They set the screen. Grab up top. Now here's Lynn. And stolen by McConnell. Here's the bodyguard, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play. That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
McConnell passes to Primetime. Back to McConnell. Pass to the bodyguard. There's the pick. And there's a whistle. That goes on the bodyguard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Nets trail by 6. 1:39 left in the third. Outside, Lynn picked away. Here's Pattis one. He's guarded by Cram. Pattis one. Again, Philadelphia.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Lynn dishes to Booker. Back to Lynn. Feeds it to Cram. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Crab's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man uncanny.
McConnell passes to the Machine. 14 feet away. Again, Philadelphia.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead, and that means his teammates are delivering.
Crab kicks to Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got 5 points so far.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
They set the pick. Off the screen. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 10 points for the Machine.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
You've simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Now here's Cram. Not a lot of room. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Lynn. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Love watching Lynn shoot the basketball. His ability to consistently drain jumpers so valuable.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. 76ers lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Philadelphia leading by 4. They've got T.J. McConnell. Eintyler's out there with the bodyguard. Then it's the machine, and it's baddest one in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Net shooting, indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Grab, dishes to Lynn. Off the screen. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's baddest one. He's guarded by Cram. And he jams it with authority.
Man, this has been fun. I mean, we got two teams dueling down the stretch.
Boy, does it feel to you, Greg, like every single shot is going through the bucket? That's how lethal both of these teams have been late in this one.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work down low.
Well, Mouse in the house, he recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Next trail by 8. Outside, Lynn. Pass to LeVert. It's called in by the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
You can see which team has the swagger right now. And Brooklyn has possession. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. He feeds it to Lynn. Kicks to Craig. Here's the screen. Pocket 6. For the 3. Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. Here's crime time. Off target from 3-point range. Next trail by 10. Hollis Jefferson. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Well, to me, this is what Hollis Jefferson does very well. This guy, a phenomenal dunker with the ups he has.
And Philadelphia calls time here. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team, while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Some changes here for the 76ers. Andre Covington's checked in for the bodyguard. And it's Ben Simmons in for T.J. McConnell. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told them, I don't want us to be satisfied yet. We can congratulate ourselves later, after we win. Right now, we have to close this one out. He doesn't seem to think this one's over yet, Kevin.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Next trail by 10. Al Russell. He dishes it to Craig. Zeller, a screen on Covington. Back to Russell. Hit by Zeller. Zeller setting the pick for Russell. That's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. Back to Simmons. Over Russell. Here's baddest one. Pass to the machine. There's the screen. Outside, Simmons. Over Cram. To the wing on the left. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Nets trail by 12. Here's Kilpatrick. It's tipped. And now Philadelphia on the break. The pull-up. And again it's Ben Simmons. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Outside, Russell. Pass to Kilpatrick. Pick by Zeller. Off the pick. It's tipped.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And there it is for him. And that's 19 points for baddest one.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
I think it's obvious, Greg. They want this win. They're showing no let-up in their attack right now.
Dang, double team. Shot to end this cold run. And Zeller with the lay-in.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Simmons against Russell. Here's the machine. Got a piece of it. Here's Kilpatrick. From 15 feet away, it's hauled in by the 76ers. The Machine's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Simmons. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And Simmons really using his insane athleticism on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who really carves up the defense.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Have to like what we're seeing from baddest one.
Boy, he's been relentless. And to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
In for the 76ers. Sharks comes in for prime time, and the Nets making a change here as well. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Alan Cram. Russell kicks to Zeller. On the wing, Booker. Outside, Russell. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And another thing you like about Russell, just good size at that lead guard position and makes him a handful to defend inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and with this increased aggressiveness offensively, Russell shooting more and more free throws.
And so Russell hits them both. Philadelphia with the ball. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And Simmons kicks to Covington. Charge passes to Embiid. And it's blocked. Outside Dan. The dish to Zeller. Kilpatrick passes to Booker. Over Sharch. And the Nets miss again.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
The second chance effort. And B, no good. Nets trail by 14. That's a 2 from Dang. Sharch grabs the board. Sharch has got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Zeller, a screen on Covington. Here's Dang. No good on that one. Good D by Embiid. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Simmons slams it in.
And love watching Simmons run the floor. Just eating up so much space in so little time.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Kilpatrick passes to Deng. 6 to shoot. Another steal. And now the 76ers on the break. And here's Covington from the arc. Good on the triple.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity. Just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Here's Kilpatrick. Dang with it. Now defended by Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. They get it back. Zeller. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Philadelphia. Doris, when you look at the NBA draft lottery, so many of the top guys coming out are one and dones. How is that, you think, affecting the way the NBA game is played and coached?
Well, obviously it can take time because the one and dones are typically 18, 19, or 20, somewhere in that age range. So you wonder about maturity. Their skill sets are probably going to be, a little bit slower to develop. It's enough of a concern that Commissioner Adam Silver has addressed it. Whether or not the player representation will allow that rule to be changed about the one and dones remains to be seen.
Or as Coach Popovich out in San Antonio once said that a female NBA coach is going to happen. How much longer do you think it'll take for that to happen?
Well, I'm so grateful to Greg Popovich for getting the process that has to be part of the equation started, right? He hires Becky Hammon as the first full-time assistant in the NBA. Just like I would like to see doors open on the general manager side and let somebody start in the personnel aspect. Doors have to open before we can walk through them. It will take some time because you've got to pay your dues now as an assistant coach, but at least the process has started. I'm so grateful to the Spurs and Pop for getting it started.
And to be quite honest, as a broadcaster, you're a pioneer from that end of it. We know that there's a lot of quality thought, male or female. You've represented female women very well with what you do.
I've been very lucky, Kevin, and thankful for the opportunity, certainly.
Dang kicks to Russell. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Embiid in the corner. Booker against Saric. Here's Simmons. To the left wing. Baddest one. Passes to Embiid. Over Zeller. Bank shot. No good.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Russell kicks to Booker. Outside Dan. There's the feed to Zeller. Pass to Kilpatrick. Hit by Zeller. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
So there's a new procedure for choosing starters in the All-Star game, Doris. Fans account for 50% of the vote, as you know. Players, 25%. Media, 25%. What do you think of that?
I love that the fans have a vote. I would like to see the percentages changed in this way. I would like players, the peers, to have 50% weight. Give the media and fans 25% each. So just swap it so that the peers are dictating the outcome of the All-Star.
Or even if you just had maybe 2 players from each team, guys with some respect and some nice perspective to fill that role you're talking about.
That's a great point. You pick your leaders from your group, and they cast the vote. Perfect.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. Philadelphia leading by 19. Shoots from 12. Nice jump shot. Good. Baddest one's got 23 points.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Russell kicks to Booker. Back to Russell. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Russell with a wide open look. And the Nets miss again. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Embiid is at the elbow. Count it, good. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Nets passing it around, and the dunk by Zeller.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Simmons dishes to Sharp. Over Booker, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Oh, such a nice touch on that turnaround jumper. That was smooth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
As one sign as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up 1 more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be 1 more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Baddest One.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. And some changes here for the 76ers. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Saric. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Baddest One. And the new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Zeller. Quincy Hayes has come in for Booker. Ab's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Whitehead in for D'Angelo Russell. And he's good on the second.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Johnson the screen. And Redick kicks to Covington. Over Crabb. Covington's shot is off. Here's Whitehead. Hunted by Simmons. Crabb, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Clock at 6. Simmons with it. From deep. Casey with the rebound.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.